Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this expandable survival house. So the idea with this one is that you start off with a very respectable, nice looking survival house. It's really easy to build, the materials that you need aren't that hard to get, and inside you'll find that you have more than enough space, way more than enough space to fit in all of your basic survival requirements. We have beds, crafting tables, furnaces, storage, upgrading materials, and all sorts. We even have a roof garden with plenty of farming space. But the only problem is, with small survival houses, you kind of run out of space and you outgrow them. But with this one, I've made it so that you can expand it. So no matter what stage of the game you're at, all you have to do is literally build the house that you've built on top of itself, and you'll find that it actually makes a really cool sort of like survival expandable modular tower. So now you'll see that we have all the same space as we did before, except we can have much more specialized floors, more fitting for specific purposes. So it's the same cool house that we had before, but you can utilize the space in a much more efficient way. So whether you're at the start of the game or you're at the end of the game, it's a pretty cool house to make, or at least I hope it is. I really enjoyed making and designing this one. I think that it looks really cool. I hope that you guys do as well. If you do, please do remember to hit that like button. I'll be showing you how to make both houses. So if you enjoyed this, please do hit that like, subscribe to the channel for more, and without any further ado, let me show you how to make this thing. It's so simple, guys. It's a really easy house. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some spruce wood, some oak wood planks, some stone slabs, some glass panes, some oak wood fence, some wooden trapdoors, buttons, oak doors, grass blocks, and some poppies. Obviously, the grass blocks can be switched for dirt. The poppies aren't necessary, neither are the buttons or the trapdoors, and honestly you don't even need the fence. The main four are these four materials right here. So once you have all of this stuff, or not, we can begin the build. This build is only 11 by 11. It will fit into an 11 block by 11 block area. It's very tiny. If you want, you can plan out the build by placing this area on the floor in your world, but it's so small I wouldn't bother. We're going to start off the build like this. We're going to place a row of 3 spruce wood coming up from the ground. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to place a grass block going right of the bottom spruce wood. We're going to place 2 stone slabs going right of the grass block, the upper half. 1, 2. We're going to place a row of 3 spruce wood right of the stone slabs. 1, 2, 3, coming up from the ground. We want to place, leaving a gap of 1, a row of 3 spruce wood coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3. We then want to take the bottom spruce wood and go right of it by 2 with these stone slabs. This is bottom spruce wood, the upper half. 1, 2. Place a grass to the right, and then a row of 3 spruce wood coming up to the right of the grass. 1, 2, 3. So you want to have this. And what you then want to do, ladies and gentlemen, this is very simple. We want to repeat this process. So we'll continue on from the right of this build. We want to come to the right of the house. We want to look that way. And we want to take the bottom spruce wood and place a grass block to the right of it. We want to place 2 stone slabs going right. 1, 2. Then 3 spruce wood coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3. On this particular side, since this is not the front, we're going to place a stone slab going right of the bottom spruce wood. Then 3 spruce wood coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3. We're going to then take the bottom spruce wood and place a stone slab going. We're actually going to place 2 stone slabs going right. 1, 2. Then a grass. Then 3 spruce wood. 1, 2, 3. Coming up. We're then going to look back at the front of the house, and we're going to do literally the same thing that we've just done. So we'll place a grass block going right. Then 2 stone slabs. 1, 2. 3 spruce. 1, 2, 3. Then since this is the back, we'll place a stone slab. Then 3 spruce. 1, 2, and 3. Then 2 stone slabs. 1, 2. A grass block. Then 3 spruce wood. 1, 2, 3. Then we're on the left hand side of the build now, and we want to repeat that process again. It's 1 grass block, then 2 stone slabs, then 3 spruce wood, 1 stone slab, 3 spruce wood, 2 stone slabs, 1 grass block. So we want to have pretty much the same thing all the way around. What we now want to do is this. It's quite simple. So we'll place a layer of oak wood planks all the way around the inside of this build. We want to place a layer of oak wood planks all the way around inside this build, coming all the way around the inside of the stone slabs, the grass, the spruce. And we want to take these specific blocks. We basically want to take the 4 corners and raise up the corners by 2. 1, 2, and 1, 2. This is with the oak wood planks. 1 and 2. Then 1 and 2, like this. We want to connect them together at the top, like this. So just go all the way around the top, like this, connect them all together. And what we're also going to do, this is a little bit important, but only aesthetically, it doesn't actually matter otherwise. On the inside, where you have these spruce woods, connect those down and together using your oak wood plank blocks, like this. So you're creating kind of like, it kind of looks like a cage, really. And that is what you want to do with that. What we also want to do, quite simple, is we want to place a layer of stone slabs that goes all the way through and around the house just above the windows. That is stone slabs going all the way through and around the house just above the windows. Like this. You guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Perfect. We also want to stick ourselves some poppies or your flower of choice, or if you really wanted to step up that utilitarian game, then you could really just use this as extra little farming spots if you wanted to. But I like the flowers because they add a bit more of a human touch. We're going to place wooden trapdoors in front of the grass blocks going all the way around. And you'll have noticed by now that this build is the same on every 4 sides, except the side that I have chosen to be the front, which is of course this one. This is where the entrance will be. But at this moment in time, you can pretty much choose any one of the 4 sides to be an entrance. We're also going to fill in all of the empty spaces between the oak wood with glass, like this. Very simple, with glass. The roof is going to be made out of stone slabs. So if this is just a single tier house, then we're just going to fill the top of this in with stone slabs. If you are planning on making this a big giant tower, you might not want to fill the roof in. If this was going to be just a single tier house, then I would place oak wood fence all the way around on top of the oak wood planks. However, this is not going to be single tier, so I'm not going to place that. But if it was, then that's what I'd do. The entrance. So you can pretty much choose any side to be the entrance, as I've already said. It doesn't matter which side, they're all the same, mostly, except for this one, because I know this is where I want my entrance to be. So the entranceway, right, is in between these 2 spruce. So I'm going to knock enough blocks so that I can actually access it. And to distinguish this between the entrance and everywhere else, I'm going to place a door in between the 2 oak wood plank layers. I'm going to knock out these 2 spruce, the 2 middle, next to the door. I'm going to place oak fence in between them, and buttons in front of the spruce. This all it really does is it just signifies that this is the entrance. That's mainly what we're doing here. And that is the house. That's the ground level. That is a pretty nice looking house. It looks great, or at least I think so. I think that it looks really cool. You can fit everything you want in there as a very simple survival house. But if you want to take it to the next level, here's how you do it. So we start off by placing a row of glass pane all the way around on top of the oak wood planks. You don't have to do this if you don't have the resources. If you're building this in survival, which I hope you are, then you might not have all the resources to build this particular part yet, but you will at some point. On top of the glass, we're going to place a layer of oak wood planks. So we separate each layer with a layer of glass pane. That's how we do it. That is how we do it. And once we have placed the layer of glass pane, and once we have the foundation layer of oak wood planks, we now build this familiar shape. We take each one of the 4 corners of the oak wood planks, and we place 2 planks on top of the corners. 1, 2, and then we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. we connect them all together. We go all the way around the top, we connect them all together, like this. You guys are going to see how this is very familiar in a second. So, once we've connected all of them together, like this, and that's looking quite good if you ask me, we now do this. So, on top of the four corners of the lower half of the house, we place an oak wood fence on top of each one of the corner spruce wood. You don't even have to add the fence if you don't want to. And then we place 3 spruce wood coming all the way up on top of the fence. The spruce wood just so happens to be as high as the next part of the house, as level 2, if you like. So it's now as high as level 2. We also want to take all of the other spruce woods, and that's every single one of them, and we want to raise them all up until they are all equally as high as the second level of the house. So raise them up all as high as the second level of the house, like this, and boom, there we go. What do you do next? Well, on the inside of the house, you can place oak wood planks behind the spruce wood. This means that the glass has something to grip onto. Also place the glass. That's pretty much all the oak wood is for. If you used block, you could circumvent this, and you could actually place like torches or something on the backs of the spruce wood, which would actually create a nice effect. If you wanted to, you don't have to do that. What else are we going to do? We're going to place stone slabs underneath and above the windows, going all the way around this particular part of the house. This is what we'll call story 2, level 2 if you like. I like to think of it in terms of like video games, because that's what we're playing. Level 2 has been achieved. Almost. Once you've placed stone slabs going all the way around the tops and the bottom of the windows. All the way like... Oh, we've just got one more side to do. Like this. Because the sides are identical, you kind of forget where you are. And once you've done that, all you have to do to make this an individual level is fill the top of it in using stone slabs. But this house is remarkably pliable. You can really do with it what you want, so you don't have to place the floors here if you don't want to. Although, this is a nice, easy way to make individual floors. And that is level 2, ladies and gentlemen. That's level 2. That's as easy as it gets. Let's add one more floor. Just because I like 3. I like the number 3. Yeah, why not? Why not just add a third floor, just because of the fun of it? And it looks nice and balanced. Although, no matter how many of these you add, it'll still look great, even if you have like a 64 level tower. So, to make another layer, it's simple. You add another layer of glass on top of the square oak wood plank part of the house, all the way up at the top. You just add a layer of glass pane, like this. You add a layer of oak wood planks, and notice how little time this takes, by the way. And if you were building this and you wanted like a 10-floor system, then you'd find that once you get into the swing of things, it doesn't take very much time whatsoever. So you add the glass, you add the oak wood planks, you add 2 oak wood planks on top of each one of the corners, you add 2 oak wood planks on top of each one of the corners like this, and we connect them together at the top. We connect the corners together, as you can see me doing right now, just like this. Very, very simple stuff. You guys will be able to manage this, no problem. There we go. And we then, all we have to do is we have to place an oak wood fence on top of each one of the 4 corners of the spruce wood that we have going around the previous level, level 2. We then add spruce wood on top of each one of the 4 particular corners. So the spruce wood comes as high as level 3. You have achieved level 3 of the house, like this. And all you then have to do is you just have to, quite simply, extend all of the other spruce woods, which are there's quite a few. There's quite a few spruce woods going around the house. Extend them all the way up like this until they are as high as this particular level, like that. And then we're going to add oak wood inside of the spruce. Once again, if you use glass block, which I was tempted to do but I didn't, you could just avoid this part. You could avoid adding the oak wood planks behind the spruce. And then we're going to place glass here and here, like this. And we're also, whilst we're at this particular part, we're going to fill the top of it in using stone slabs. Just going to fill the top of it in using stone slabs, just because I happen to be in the center of this particular part of the house. Just because I happen to be in the center, no other reason particularly, like this. And I'm also going to place stone slabs below and above the windows, just half a row below and half a row above the windows, just to keep in, just kind of keep in step with the rest of the house. And that's pretty much the only reason. So we can now move on to the upper part. Once again, like, just because each one of the four sides are nigh on identical, and they are actually identical when you get past level 1, and that sounds weird, past level 1, then you kind of lose track on where you are. Also going to place oak wood fence, because this is my top level. I only want 3 levels. 3 is as high as I can get. I can't get any higher. That could be taken. Anyway, I can't get any higher, so we have the oak wood fence going all the way around the top like this, and we can use this up a bit for gardening if we wanted to. So if you wanted to, you could add, I'm not going to do all this, if you wanted to, you could just add a little bit of greenery up here if you so chose. I forgot that this is kind of like it. Yeah, that's kind of like a normal sort of shape. Yeah, sure it is. You know, you can add a little bit of green up here if you wanted to. You could turn the top of this into a farm. You could turn it into a lookout. You could turn it into this. You could turn it into that. You guys get the idea. Looks very nice up there. And if you wanted additional ways to kind of like decorate your tower. So, right. Let's say you've got a tower of 3, right? You've got 3 stories. You might find that you want to add a little bit of grass and a little bit of plant life around the top of your tower. So if you want to make it kind of like symmetrical, like all the way around the top and the bottom, if you wanted to make it symmetrical, then you could make it so that like the top of the tower also had the same grass and the same flowers that the bottom of the tower had. So this is just a thought. This is food for thought. I didn't do this in my original version of the tower. I'm just thinking of this now. If you wanted to spruce this up a little bit or grass this up a little bit, as the case may be, then you could make the top of the tower the same as the bottom of the tower, which it might look nice, it might look horrible. We're going to find out in a second here, because I did not do this on the original version. So let's see how that looks. You know, that doesn't look too bad, right? That doesn't look too bad. If you wanted to, you could then make the middle of the tower. You could just like place wooden trapdoors on the open oak wood plank parts, just to kind of differentiate it a little bit. If you wanted to. These are just little design tips that you may or may not want to follow. It doesn't matter if you do, it doesn't matter if you don't. It is completely up to you with what you do with this. And let's have a look. Where is the front of my tower? Oh, here it is. Okay, so you can see that actually looks really nice. It's a really great design. It looks great. If you have a look in the inside, now you see this is bottom floor. I would suggest making these back to rows here. I'd suggest making this like the this is where I would place ladders. This is how I would get up and down the tower, like this. You will have to, if you do decide to do this, you'll have to knock out some glass, and you will have to place oak wood planks or any other solid block that you can place ladders on. Can you actually place ladders on solid glass? I don't know. It doesn't matter, but there you go. And you'll find that as you travel all the way up the tower, you will now have nice big rooms, because the second and third levels have bigger rooms than the first level, and you can split them into nice survival-based rooms if you want, or you could just do whatever. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my repeatable survival house that can be made as high as you possibly want it. It could keep going and going and going if you wanted to. I did kind of consider like making like, I don't know, something stupid like a 60-foot tower, like a 60-level tower. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not crazy, but you guys could if you wanted to. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. I thought this was a cool idea. It might help some of you guys out that enjoy the survival. If you do like the video, consider subscribing. Click the little bell if you do subscribe. It helps me out, helps you out, helps you find these videos. You guys want that, right? Of course you do. You don't want me just here all alone, do you? You want to check out the videos. If you do those things, if you're interested in what content I make, comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next. Very important. Lets me know what you guys want to see. Trust me, without it, I don't know what I'd be making. I'd make weird stuff. That's how it'd go. I'd just make weird stuff that only I liked. And if you want to check out any more of my stuff, we've got a lot of examples of random things over here. You see what I mean about weird stuff? This is what I get into when I don't have any sort of direction. I make fidget spinner houses and fidget cube houses, creeper houses, weird little tree houses. You guys get the idea. That's what I make when I'm left to my own devices. So don't do that. Check out the card system description below for all of my other videos. I was gonna say cartoons. I don't know why. Check out the card system description below for all of my other videos and stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.